Few things in the NFL have generated as much frustration and fascination as the Philadelphia Eagles' now infamous tush-push play. For years, no defense has truly figured out how to stop it. It's brutal, efficient, and controversial. But in this latest meeting, Brian Flores and the Minnesota Vikings arrived with something few had dared to attempt a plan to challenge the unstoppable. Right from the opening drive, Philadelphia wasted no time going to their trademark move on 4th and short near midfield. And that's when the Vikings revealed their trick. Instead of a standard defensive front, rookie Tyler Batty did something no one expected. He laid flat on the turf, directly in front of the ball. The idea was simple but bold. Clog the exact space that makes the play work. Behind him, the rest of Minnesota's defensive line collapsed inward, creating a wall of purple muscle to push back against Jalen Hurts and his blockers. For a moment, it looked like it might actually work. The pile barely moved, and it was nearly impossible to see if Hurts had crossed the line. Officials ruled it a first down, and no review followed. Moments later, Philadelphia found the end zone to open the scoring. Still, the Vikings' experiment had made its mark. They didn't stop the play, but they came closer than most teams ever have. It showed preparation, creativity, and a bit of defiance against one of the league's most controversial tactics. Later in the first quarter, when the Eagles lined up to run it again, things didn't go as smoothly. A false start stopped the play before it even began, a small but notable victory for the Vikings front. Around the league, teams have started to call for tighter officiating on this formation, and Minnesota's aggressive alignment made it clear they were ready to push that line. But while the Vikings' defense brought innovation and grit, the offense had a far more turbulent night. Quarterback Carson Wentz, facing his former team once again, had moments that reminded fans why this matchup carried so much emotion. There were flashes of solid execution, but also some mistakes that proved costly. 2 interceptions stood out, one of them turned directly into points for Philadelphia. For a player who once wore midnight green and led that same franchise, it was a night filled with intensity, pressure, and frustration. Even as the game entered its final quarter with a tight score around 21-19, the tension remained thick. Every snap from that point on felt like it could tilt the game either way. Wentz's performance will surely be the talking point after this one. The highs, the misfires, and the moments that could have changed everything. And though the Vikings' defense found creative ways to battle one of the NFL's most unstoppable plays, the night ultimately came down to execution, discipline, and who could hold their ground when it mattered most.